236th day and 19th evening, let us remember that behind every successful student are great parents, teachers, and mentors. Through the collaborative efforts of all stakeholders in education, we envision a quality child-friendly environment committed to excellence. Through the cooperation and combined efforts of all stakeholders, Ecumenical College will provide quality secondary education. The institution will integrate academic excellence with physical, social, cultural, and spiritual development while stimulating entrepreneurial creativity to prepare students to pursue an advanced education and live a productive life. This learning community will work to create a holistic individual in a diverse society by embracing a quality child-friendly culture and by fostering high ethical values and a commitment to excellence. Graduates, we are proud of you. Let's welcome Jana Avila, the Day Division Salutatorian of the graduating class of 2026, to give the welcome address.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the graduating class of 2026, I extend sincere gratitude and a heartfelt welcome to everyone who has joined us on this special occasion. We are honored by the presence of our esteemed guest speaker, Ms. Jacqueline Sabal, Dangrega Area Representative and Minister of Indigenous Affairs, Constitution and Religious Affairs and Transport, Honorable Dr. Louis Sabani and Mrs. Sabani, Stancrick West Area Representative and Minister of Agriculture, Food Security and New Industries, Honorable Rodwell Ferguson and Mrs. Ferguson. Welcome to the members of the clergy, His Worship, the Mayor of Dangrega, Mr. Robert Mariano and Mrs. Mariano, members of the Dangrega Town Council and their spouses, District Education Manager, Mr. David Cano, Chairperson of the Board of Governors of Stancrick Ecumenical College, Mr. Clive Lino and Mrs. Lino, other board members and their spouses. Welcome to the Principal, Mr. Ray Lawrence Sr., Vice Principals, Dr. Anna C. Brackett and Mrs. Mira Callis, and our dedicated staff, scholarship donors, sponsors, invited guests, parents, guardians, and friends of Ecumenical College, class of 2026. Tonight, we gather to celebrate not only our achievements, but also the journey that brought us here. Our graduation theme, win since you can, lose if you must, but never give up, perfectly reflects the experience we have shared throughout our 4 years of high school. The truth is, high school was not always easy. There were long nights spent completing assignments and final projects, stressful mornings before tests, and moments when challenges seemed greater than our strength. There were times when we doubted ourselves and wondered if we would make it to this day. Yet, through every obstacle, one thing remained constant: hope. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wisely said, we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. That hope carried us through every setback, every disappointment, and every difficult moment. It gave us the courage to keep moving forward when giving up seemed easier. We may have stumbled along the way, but we always found the strength to rise again. This evening, I would like to welcome our parents and guardians and express our deepest gratitude. Your sacrifices, encouragement, patience, and unwavering belief in us made this moment possible. You celebrated our successes, supported us through our failures, and reminded us of our potential when we struggled to see it ourselves. I would like to welcome and thank my parents, Jermaine Avila and Georgia Young, as well as my siblings and extended family for being my greatest source of strength, love, and hope. To our teachers and staff, welcome. And thank you for your patience, dedication, and unwavering support throughout our high school journey. You taught us not only academic lessons, but also valuable life lessons about perseverance, responsibility, and growth. Your guidance has helped shape the people we are today. I would especially like to thank Mrs. Powell, the best homeroom teacher, for always believing in me and encouraging me to reach my full potential. I am truly grateful for everything you have done for me. Finally, to my fellow graduates, tonight is our night. We have worked hard, overcome challenges, and reached a milestone that once seemed far away. As we begin the next chapter of our lives, let us carry with us the lesson that hope is not simply a feeling, it is a choice. It is the belief that tomorrow can be better than today and that our dreams are worth pursuing. Helen Keller once said, "Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence." As we step into the future, may we hold on to that hope, believe in our abilities, and embrace every opportunity that comes our way. Class of 2026, we did it. Let us celebrate this achievement, honor those who helped us along the way, and look forward to the future with confidence, determination, and hope. Congratulations, Class of 2026. Once again, welcome to our graduation ceremony, and thank you.
Thank you, Gina, for such a warm welcome. At this time, I'd like to have you join us in welcoming our principal, Mr. Ray Lawrence Sr., for the principal's report. Let's put our hands together.
A very pleasant good evening to all present. Even though protocol has been established, I want to give a special mention and welcome to our Honorable Stan Creek West representative and the Minister of Agriculture, Food Security and New Growth Industries, Honorable Radwell Ferguson. And I would also like, in his absence, being represented, of course, by Councillor Howard Belendres, is our Mayor Robert Mariano, who is dealing with a death in his family. Let's also welcome Mr. Belendres. The school year 2025-2026 commenced on Monday, 25th August 2025. We started with an enrollment of 1,002 students, consisting of 533 females and 469 males. So our females are still outnumbering our males in the education arena. That's for the day division. In the evening division, or the ACE program as we call it, there were 37 students. We had 68 teaching staff, and we have 13 office and support staff. As a testament to our objective of relentless pursuit of academic and personal excellence and a true manifestation of our guiding motto caritas, love and concern for others, this evening we proudly present 236 D Division students and 19 ACE Division students as graduates of the class of 2026. This is a record number of graduates for Ecumenical and a great milestone accomplishment after the celebration of our 50th anniversary. Yes, certainly something that we must celebrate. And therefore we beg your pardon and your understanding for any logistical issues that you may have experienced today. It wasn't easy trying to fit this number of students and of course you the parents and well-wishers under this auditorium. We have to build bigger, right? As we celebrated with our 50th anniversary back in September 2024, under the theme Celebrating Milestone, Inspiring Greatness, Breaking Barriers, SCC at 50, we continue to break barriers and inspire greatness with this massive graduating class of 255 students. Please join me in a thunderous round of applause as we congratulate these seniors on their impressive accomplishment And we also want to give special applause to the top 8 persons from both the day and evening divisions. I won't say much about them at this moment because they will be honored later in the program. Right? We sincerely thank all our faculty and staff for supporting, mentoring, and caring for them throughout their educational journey with us. When it comes to mentoring and supporting students, Ecumenical offers a wide variety of student programs and initiatives aimed at their holistic development. I will list them and speak on them briefly only because they are under threat of downsizing or discontinuing due to the lack of financial resources to sustain them. We truly need our community partnership to rescue these programs. The first one is the feeding program. This program supported over 100 students daily with either breakfast or a meal. We look forward to volunteers assisting us with the food preparation and cooking as we try to reinstate this program for the upcoming school year. Second, student supporting potential. Faculty and staff contribute $5 or more per month from their salaries, and these proceeds are used to assist students with books, uniforms, registration, etc. We want to welcome parents and the wider community to contribute to this fund so we can assist more students. Third, student retreat and conferences. We continue to partner with local and international groups to deliver a week of spiritual and personal enrichment for our student population. The New Hope team, led by Mr. Marty Roque of the USA, has partnered with us in conducting the sessions and providing gifts, materials, and prizes for the activities. We continue to look for additional partnership for these retreats and conferences. Sports and clubs. Sports is the single largest expenditure item in the budget, but it is critical to the holistic development of our students. Sports have been proven to be a motivating factor for otherwise underprivileged and behaviorally challenged students to attend school. Sports expenditure includes equipment, affiliation fees, coaching, officiating, securing venues, providing security, cheerleading, travel, teacher stipend, uniforms, transportation, and food. We continue to seek corporate sponsorship to assist with these expenses, and we truly need our local businesses and alumni to rally behind our young athletes and give them a chance to excel in their various disciplines and use sports as an economic vehicle to steer them and their families out of poverty and hardships. Speaking about sports, there are some accomplishments that we do want to mention briefly. Our male and female volleyball teams won the zone eliminations in volleyball and advanced to the regional. However, we were unsuccessful there. Our female and male football teams also won their zone elimination, but only the female was able to garner second place at the regional tournament. We fell short at the nationals. The pen relays, which is a huge undertaking for us, unfortunately we were unable to attend the event this year. However, we are committed to the program and we need the financial support of our parents, the community, and the diaspora in order for us to continue to provide this unique opportunity to our athletes. We continue to pray for Mr. James Curtis as he heals from the devastating loss of his mom and also the loss of his house in a fire last year. That is the same house, by the way, that he so generously allowed our students to use during their stay in the USA for that prestigious event. We thank him so sincerely for his philanthropic work with Team SVG and Ecumenical. Yes, he does deserve a resounding round of applause because he has done quite a lot for us. Now, speaking about sports, I would like to pause for a bit to pick up our international track and field and pen relays stars and other of our athletic stars who are sitting among us in the graduating class. All right. They have been with the program since their first year at Ecumenical and have made the entire country proud with their superb performances, medaling at the pen relays and in other international tournaments. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our international star track athletes from the graduating class, Cyrus Leslie and Francis Arana, both of Force Science 1. I would also be remiss if I failed to mention our cycling stars, Aurelie Gordon of Force Science 2 and Jamal Tabala of Force Technical. In the football arena, we have the powerful and skillful Jana Avila of Force Science 1. In the canoeing arena, we congratulate Devon Daniels of Fort Tourism for his great accomplishment in placing second overall in the intramural category for the Belikin Narutamaya canoe event. We do have many athletes among us, but I'm just highlighting those who have risen to prominence in the local and international scene. We congratulate all of our student athletes. Not graduating tonight, but whose accomplishments are worth noting are Cody Polanco of 3 Technical and Rainy Augustine of 1 Wadai, who have been selected as members of the NCCC Under-18 track and field team that will represent Belize at the upcoming Under-18 Cody Kader Games in Tegucigalpa, Honduras this September. We kindly ask for your continued support in helping them to make this trip a reality for these students as they continue to prepare. Our next student program, Band and Majorettes. This activity sees the involvement of over 40 students engaged meaningfully and positively in after-school program. We have been the highlight of many activities and celebrations in Dangriga and the surrounding communities. We sincerely thank parents who have partnered with us in sharing the cost of the uniforms for the band members. However, significant investments in instruments are required. We call on donor agencies to please support us with equipment and resources to keep this program active for our youths, especially for our girls. Cultural immersion. At the heart of our operations is our emphasis on cultural appreciation and cultural immersion. Throughout the year, we provide our students with the opportunity to highlight their culture while we teach them to love and respect diversity and differences. Our cultural group remains active for the entire year, always performing exceptionally for local, national, and international events. We truly appreciate the commitment and foresight of Ms. Shamira Moriano and her team in ensuring that our Garifuna language, dance, and traditions are preserved and passed on to the next generations. We want to take time to say thanks to Mr. Erson Francisco for his stellar choreography and mentorship of our cultural group. Again, these are opportunities for positive engagement for our young people, and we need the community help in sustaining this program. November celebrations and multicultural day activities. These are 2 major events on our school calendar. During these events, we highlight our rich Garifuna culture, heritage, as symbolized by our cultural capital designation. Our rhythm and flow drumming competition, Mr. and Miss Garifuna Ecumenical pageant, sampling and Garifuna Cultural Awareness Day are highlights of our November celebrations. We later on celebrate our rich multicultural composition as a school of diversity and inclusion with the Multicultural Day. We were very pleased this year to have the honor of the University of Belize's Regional Language Center students visiting with us and performing alongside our students. We welcome other institutions and organizations to partner with us on these entertaining and educational activities. ACE program. Enrollment in the Adult and Continuing Education program, which we refer to as ACE, has decreased tremendously this school year. Therefore, the program is unsustainable and may have to be discontinued for the school year 2026-2027. unless, of course, the enrollment increases significantly and the program is either subsidized by government or other sponsors. It is lamentable, as we can see evident today, in the 19 graduates of this program present this evening, the importance of this program as a second opportunity program for students who fell out of the normal secondary schooling system. We wish to have support for our ACE program so we can continue. I underscore the need for the community to support our institution in ensuring that these and other programs not only remain sustainable, but that they can be expanded to impact more students in the upcoming school year. The school registration fees alone are insufficient to cover the full operational cost of the institution. These are utilities, infrastructure, equipment and supplies, yard maintenance, and other incidentals. The government's current secondary school financing program only provides for teachers' salaries through the monthly grant, and so therefore we need to seek other revenue sources. This now brings me to the government initiatives supported by the Ministry of Education. Through the thoughtful efforts of our area representative and Minister of Indigenous People Affairs, Constitutional and Political Reform, Religious Affairs and Transport, the Honorable Dr. Zoe Diego, Stanford Ecumenical was selected as one of the schools to receive a STEAM Pavilion under the Skills for the Future program. The STEAM Pavilion is an empowering learning environment that serves as a dynamic interdisciplinary hub for experiential learning, hands-on experimentation, and collaborative problem solving, blending creativity and design, that is the art section, with technical and scientific disciplines. We must pause to show appreciation to Dr. Zabadi for having Ecumenical at heart. Let's give him a loud round of applause. This pavilion I'm talking about includes the construction of 2 state-of-the-art, fully equipped science lab facilities, along with workstations or workspaces and other maker spaces for student collaboration, engagement, and socialization. The construction area has been identified, that is right to the north of this auditorium. The engineers, the Ministry of Education, the education consultant, Mr. Jim Tiffin, and the school's leadership team have already met on several occasions to discuss this particular project. Students also received Chromebooks in October of 2025, which are also a part of the same Skills for the Future program connected to the STEAM Pavilion. Training is now underway for administration and staff, the first of which will occur on Friday, June 12, 2026. We anticipate the signing of the contract and the actual breaking of the grounds for construction to commence very shortly. On a related note, I want to appeal to the parents of our Form 1 female students to please enroll their daughters in the summer program being offered free of cost by the Education Development Center in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. This is in relation to the Skills for the Future STEAM program being implemented with participating secondary schools from July 6 to July 17, right here at Stanford Ecumenical College. The program is designed to expose first-round girls to STEAM for IR skills, innovation, problem solving, digital tools, and future career pathways. During the program, students will participate in hands-on learning sessions, guest-led sessions, and there will be a site visit during the first week. All right? So please, parents of our first-round girls, please register your girls meaningfully for this program. Secondly, and I think this is great news for the entire student population, and again, through the advocacy of the Honorable Dr. Zoe Diego, Ecumenical was included in the government of Belize's flagship education upliftment program, commonly known as the EUP. This program provides free secondary education and comprehensive support for thousands of students attending participating government and government-aided schools. Through the program, the government of Belize will cover the full cost of registration or tuition, as some schools call it, for each child attending Stancrick Ecumenical College for the 2026-2027 school year and beyond. Yes, you heard it right. Come this registration period, parent, you don't have to worry about that hefty 650 bill. Your government will be taking care of that. However, this program is not retroactive, so I must warn those of you who still have outstanding arrears. You will need to ensure that those are paid up. Other fees will still stand for the new entrants. You will have to pay the $100 summer class fee, and then later on, as with this graduating class, you will have to pay your graduation fee, your parents' night, etc. But again, those are minimal compared to that hefty fee that you had to pay at the beginning. Also, parents, please note that the subsidies and other financial assistance for tuition offered by the ministers and representatives will be discontinued. However, should support be required otherwise, the application will have to be made directly via the government-issued portal, and we can share those with you at the start of the school year. The program for Ecumenical, the EO program, will also include a set of uniforms for the incoming first year students only. We will share the details of this assistantship as soon as we have it. And of course, we'll do so before the close of the summer sessions. We again commend Mr. Zabadi and we thank the government of Belize for this great initiative. However, we encourage parents to do your share in ensuring that students attend school regularly and complete their assignments, since a great financial burden has been removed from you. Let's give the government of Belize a resounding applause for this initiative. Speaking about parental responsibilities, it will be remiss of me not to make the following statement. Parents hold a fundamental responsibility in guiding their children as they attend school, shaping not only their academic journey, but also their personal development. An essential aspect of this role involves supervising the use of devices to ensure children engage with technology responsibly and avoid distractions that could hinder their learning. Beyond digital oversight, parents must instill discipline and reinforce the importance of manners and respect, which are crucial for fostering a positive and productive school environment. This includes modeling respectful behavior, encouraging children to treat teachers, peers, and school staff with kindness and consideration. Furthermore, parents play a vital role in supporting school rules and initiatives, acting as partners with educators to promote consistency and reinforce the values and expectations set by the institution. By actively participating in your child's education and upholding the school standards, parents contribute significantly to creating a safe, respectful, and motivating atmosphere where children can thrive both academically and socially. Staffing matters. As an ecumenical family, we are not without the usual family challenges. However, we embrace them with true care and compassion, and in the spirit of Caritas, we continue to boast a highly trained staff, although we share the same staffing burden as with other secondary institutions. Teacher shortage is real, And so we encourage our graduates to pursue careers in education. We want to highlight the following staffing changes. Mrs. Ruth Mena has officially retired from the teaching profession. Despite this, she continues to be a beacon of hope, strength, and determination for many of the students and staff whose lives she has touched through her years of dedicated service to Ecumenical. We extend sincere gratitude to her for all the innovation, passion, and leadership she brought to Ecumenical as a head of department, math teacher, committee convener, sport organizer, and yes, even cheerleading director. We wish her well and pray for her healing as she navigates her health journey. Let's honor her with a resounding applause. Mrs. Emerita Wade, who by now is known as Mother to All, has officially retired from her role as counselor. Mrs. Wade has been instrumental in the upliftment of our school counseling program and has joined the Counselors Association, representing Ecumenical at several workshops, training, and consultation seminars. She was also very instrumental in the formation of our school's campus ministry, a department that caters to the spiritual needs of students and staff. Known for her deep-rooted faith and passion for good morals, Mrs. Wade has been able to gain the trust and confidence of the wider student population and parents, transforming herself into a nurse, parent, police officer, pastor, teacher, cook, saleswoman, lawyer, friend, and sometimes just the listener you need for the many battles you are facing. I don't know how she does it, but we will certainly miss her sincere character, uplifting smile, and embrace around campus. The good thing is that she is only a creek away from our campus, so this will not be the last we see of her. We want to wish her well in her future endeavors. Let us show our full love and support with a thunderous round of applause. Now this person is not leaving us, but don't underestimate her petite body structure or sometimes soft voice. This young lady is a force to be reckoned with, but also very strong in her spirituality and belief in the power of God to see all things through. Through sheer determination and relentless efforts, she pushed through the rigors of research and academic demands to complete her doctoral program at Oklahoma State University. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Anna Savory Brockett, our Vice Principal of Student Affairs. Let's honor her achievement with a resource with a sounding applause. We have been fortunate to have some teachers with us temporarily, yet they have done a great job during their time with us. As they leave to pursue the next steps in their career, we offer them well wishes and praise for protection and success. Let us honor the service of Ms. Brianna Young, teacher of mathematics, Mrs. Victoria Weber, teacher of Spanish, Mr. Marlon Flores, teacher of physical education, and Ms. Leanna Bernales, teacher of information technology. We also have Ms. Ishante Petillo, who completed her temporary employment with us earlier. She did an awesome job in both roles as secretary and PE teacher. Let's give them a resounding applause. We have a few teachers who will proceed on long leave this September. Mrs. Zara Castillo-Powell and Mrs. Nadia Sabal, please enjoy your well-deserved break. We see you very shortly in your return in December. Senora Mrs. Miracales will, along with Ms. Aisha Garaway, will be leaving for long leave in April of 2027. We're not going to say farewell to Mrs. Callis just yet, because she will still be with us for the next school year for a bit, but she plans to retire shortly after. And then there are the teachers who have earned additional qualifications. As I said at the beginning, the Ecumenical boasts a very qualified staff, and we do so because we want to properly and completely educate your children. We want to honor Ms. Narita Bakab, who earned a master's degree in educational leadership from the University of the People. Mrs. Zara Powell, who earned a master's degree in educational leadership from Yale University. Mrs. Arlita Daniels, who earned a master's degree in educational leadership from Yale University. Mrs. Sharia Palazzo, who earns a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Agriculture from the University of Belize. Mrs. Tiffany Hernandez, who earned a Diploma in Education from Yale University. And we also want to congratulate Mrs. Erika John, who was recognized for her outstanding and tremendous contribution and dedication to the empowerment and upliftment of women in her community. Let's give all of them a round of applause. Finally, we cannot mention all of our calendar of events, nor the people who work tirelessly to see them through, but we want to extend our most sincere gratitude to our committee conveners and members who work tirelessly and well beyond the call of duty to ensure that we execute with professionalism and the best of our abilities all of our calendar of activities. We also say a heartfelt thank you to our department teachers and their deputies as they work along with the admin team to ensure that we provide stellar guidance and motivation to our faculty and staff. Gratitude. Gratitude is a must when we reflect on the support and kindness we've received. Today I want to take a moment to sincerely thank everyone who has been part of this ecumenical experiment and journey. First and foremost, power, thanks, and praise to the Almighty for blessing us with a beautiful evening for such a momentous occasion. Despite being officially in the hurricane season, we have been blessed with spectacular weather, which allowed our graduation committee team and our decoration team to effectively execute their blueprint for today's event, masterfully and artistically. The committee, led by Mrs. Jonah Gentle, Mrs. Zara Powell, Ms. Marisa Mendes, and Mrs. Neda Sabah, did a superb job in leading their team to execute this entire graduation plan of activities. The decoration team, led by Mr. Garbot and his A-class events, his team of tourism students, Mrs. Blanca Tut, Mr. Brian Hernandez, and his team of technical students, Ms. Joanna Diaz, magically transformed this auditorium into a piece of elegance and warm ambience. If you notice the bright pronouncement of yellow in the design, that is because Flores House won the school's intramural competition this year and has been crowned House Trumper. Let us congratulate the moderators and members of this great Flores House. We want to additionally express our gratitude to these and sons who assisted with the equipment and machinery to place the banners and backdrop, and the Department of Cooperatives for the banner. However, our expression of gratitude is beyond today's event. Though we have highlighted all our sponsors, donors, and supporters in the graduation booklet, I would like to make special mention of two individuals who, with their generosity and care for their community, have reached out beyond our usual pleas and requests for assistance to adopt our institution. Mr. Isaac Kelly Jr. reached out to us to share his family's decision to adopt our football field and ensure that it is properly cut and kept for the entire school year, free of cost to Ecumenical. If you pass by today and look at it, you will see that it rivals any of the professional FFB football fields. This encapsulates true community spirit, and for this we sincerely salute and applaud Mr. Kelly and his family. Let's give them a thunderous round of applause. Secondly, we have been offered by Mrs. Desiree Usher-Quillen to refurbish and complete the fencing around our campus. That's the entire perimeter of the school campus. This is an initiative she has started with some primary schools in town and have now extended to Ecumenical. Let us also applaud this great act of kindness and community appreciation demonstrated by Mrs. Quillen and her family. As one of the only two community schools that exist in this country, we appreciate and welcome this partnership that will allow our students to learn in an environment that is safe and conducive to learning. We look forward to other members of our community stepping up and adopting our school too. Finally, I address you, the graduates, with my parting shot. As you stand on the threshold of a new chapter, remember this: win since you can, lose if you must, but never give up. Life will bring victories and setbacks, but your true strength lies in resilience. Celebrate your wins with gratitude, learn from your losses with courage, and keep moving forward no matter what. Success is not just about never failing, but about rising every time you do. Hold your heads high, chase your dreams boldly, and never lose sight of the power within you to persevere. Your journey is just beginning. Go forth with confidence and never give up. Make Ecumenical your parents and your community proud. Congratulations and best wishes for the future. And thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence, for such a clear and concise report of the school year. We also acknowledge the information shared for the upcoming school year. The students will now lend their melodious voices to sing their first song entitled "Today My Life Begins" by Bruno Mars.
like to welcome Leah Espinal, Day Division valedictorian of the graduating class of 2026, to do her presentation.
Protocol having been established, we made it. 4 long years of high school, gone in the blink of an eye. We have reached the end of this chapter and a new one awaits us. As singer Mac Miller said, we have been waiting all year for this moment. Tonight's theme, Win Since You Can, Lose If You Must, but Never Give Up, is not just about academics. It is true for the real world we are about to step into. So let us start with the first part, Win Since You Can. Class of 2026, we have won. Maybe not every test or quiz, but we made it here. Through all the hard work, the late nights, and the academic pressure, we have proven ourselves. While humility is important, so are your achievements. Do not shrink yourself. You did the hard work, you asked for help, you earned it. Work celebrates work, win since you can. Lose if you must. That has to be the hardest part of this theme because I am sure no one here wants to lose. But if we are being honest with ourselves, losing is inevitable. It hurts too, but it is not your identity. It is all a part of life. What we do with our losses is what matters. You can decide to wallow in the sadness of losing or take the mistakes you made and do better. Some of the strongest people here are strong because they lost, got up, and kept going. As rapper Drake said, tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn. Lose if you must, but do not stay down. And finally, never give up. It is a phrase that is thrown around a lot, but it is easier said than done. I do not know about you, but there were many times throughout my life when I just wanted to give up. Despite that, by the grace of God, I was able to get through. Now look at where I am. Never giving up does not mean you are always happy or you never doubt yourself. It means showing up even when it is hard. Christian author Max Lucado once said, God never said that the journey would be easy, but he did say that the arrival would be worthwhile. The journey was definitely not easy. However, we have achieved a milestone. To my class of 4 Business 1, thank you for all the laughter and memories we made together. Going from not liking each other to loving each other with a friendship that we will always cherish. We had some good times, didn't we? Through the fun moments, like playing Among Us when we told Mrs. Gentle that we were writing an essay, and the stressful ones, like when we stayed up late, studying and teaching each other concepts right before any test or quiz. I am truly grateful to have shared these last 2 years with you. Not everything has to last forever for it to be special. I pray each one of you achieves what you set out to do, keeping God first in your lives. How lucky am I that I have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. A quote by Winnie the Pooh. I am still not over the fact that we are actually graduating. We, however, would not have been able to accomplish this milestone without all those who molded us into becoming who we are today. To my first form homeroom teachers, Ms. Stacy Castillo and Ms. Joanna Diaz, thank you for laying the foundation of my high school career. You truly made the start of that era memorable. To Ms. Aurora Tech and Ms. Margot Ramirez, my third form homeroom teachers, thank you for showing me everlasting support, love, and believing in me. To Mrs. Janelle Gentle, Ms. Shamira Mariano, Mrs. Rosalind Russell, and Mrs. Maureen Arzu, my beloved teachers, thank you endlessly for your kindness, support, and all the laughter I shared with you. To all my other teachers, thank you for everything you have done for my peers and me. Teachers like you definitely inspire and impact the lives of every student you teach. May God keep blessing you with wisdom and patience. We not only owe our education to our teachers, but to our parents and guardians who work hard to provide for us, not only financially, but also with guidance, patience, and unconditional love. Allow me to publicly thank my parents, Jose and Reina Espinal. Thank you, Mommy, for all the late nights you stayed up with me to show support as I completed assignments. Also for your wisdom and for showing me firsthand how to do my utmost best. Te amo muchísimo. To my siblings, primos, aunt and uncle, I love you. And thank you for always encouraging me and showing that you are proud of my achievements. Cindy and Jose, my older siblings, you are always my inspiration and support. You have shown me what it is like to persevere, especially when things are hard. I love you both more than you will ever know. Not related by blood, but through Christ, my church family. Thank you for all the prayers and encouragement. Miss Clarita and Miss Donna, you have allowed me to step up and discover pieces of my calling, and I love you. To Alyssa and Miss Sandra, my girls, thank you for being the best friends a girl could ask for. My ribs that Lord sang about. I love you with all my heart. To the class of 2026, I want to remind you that though the future may be unknown to you, it is perfectly clear to God, and He is able to lead you. As John Lennon said, life is what happens to you while you are busy making other plans. So make sure to enjoy the present as much as you prepare for the future. I do not know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. A quote by Ralph Abernathy. Keep Christ as your partner and leader, and rest assured that you will achieve success. Nothing you possess in this life is more valuable than Christ. Raise a glass, because I am not done saying it. We are graduating. God bless you and congratulations.
Let's welcome Shahid Mackenzie, Eden Division valedictorian of the graduating class of 2026 to deliver his valedictory address.
Protocol having been established, it is an absolute honor to stand before you today as a valedictorian. A milestone I never thought I would reach when this journey first began. Our theme today is a powerful reminder for all of us. Win since you can, lose if you must, but never give up. During my early school years, I lacked motivation and discipline. I let my own negligence get in the way of my potential. But life has a way of testing us, and I quickly learned that setbacks and failures happen to everyone. They are only final if you choose to quit. Through sheer determination and a renewed work ethic, I chose to completely reshape my future. But I did not do it alone. I want to express my deepest gratitude to our principal, vice principals, and our dedicated teachers who never stopped guiding, correcting, and believing in us, even when we doubted ourselves. I owe my presence here tonight to my parents, especially my mother, Karen Mackenzie. Mom, you are the sole reason I push myself every single day to succeed. To my grandmother, Marie Blanco, my second mother, my boss, my financial back, and my role model in every aspect of life. Thank you. Because all of you refused to ever give up on me, I finally learned never to give up on myself. Classmates, as we stand here tonight, we know that next chapter of our lives will bring new and tough challenges. But when those moments come, remember to win since you can by grabbing every opportunity, lose if you must by learning from your mistakes, but above all, never give up. We come from vibrant and resilient communities of Tanvega and surrounding areas, and we have already proven that we have what it takes to thrive. Let's go out there, expand our reach, and build the bright future that we deserve. Congratulations to the class of 2026. We made it. Praise be to God.
Thank you, Jaheen. Please welcome the third place student from Even Division, Ms. Nadia Mejia, as she introduces our guest speaker.
Good evening, everyone. Ms. Jacqueline Sabah, born and raised in Niagara, is a proud graduate of Stanford Ecumenical College. She currently serves as the manager of the Economic Statistics Department at the Statistical Institute of Belize. She oversees the compilation of key economic indicators and supports the modernization and strengthening of Belize's economic statistics. She holds a master's degree in development statistics from the University of the West Indies. She has 10 years of experience in official statistics. Throughout her career, she has contributed to the development and expansion of the Belize statistical system. She currently leads a departmental initiative aimed at enhancing the production and expanding the Institute's portfolio of official statistics. As a proud daughter of Danriga and a graduate of her mater, Ms. Sabal is honored to return as guest speaker to share words of encouragement to the graduating class as they prepare to begin the next chapter of their lives. She hopes her story inspires the graduates to pursue their goals with confidence, determination, and a commitment to excellence. Please welcome the guest speaker, Ms. Jacqueline Sabal.
Thank you for that warm welcome. This Ms. Sabal sounds very serious. Good evening, distinguished principal, teachers, parents, invited guests, fellow alumni, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Standing here today is truly special for me because years ago, I sat where you are sitting now. As a student of Ecumenical College, excited, nervous, hopeful, and if I'm being completely honest, very unsure of what I'm going to do next. First, congratulations. Today is a celebration of your hard work, your sacrifices, and the many people who supported you along the way. Take a moment to appreciate how far you have come, and please give yourselves a round of applause because you deserve it. The theme for today is win since you can, lose if you must, but never give up. When I first heard that theme, I smiled because if there is one thing my journey has taught me, it is that success is rarely a straight line. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you fail spectacularly, but the important thing is that you keep moving. People often assume that because of where I am now in statistics, I always knew what I wanted to become, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. Growing up in Danriga, opportunities sometimes felt very limited, and I could say that because I have fire. But they did exist. But because your world can sometimes only be as big as what you are exposed to, you're not always aware. Growing up, I genuinely thought one of the biggest jobs accessible to me was becoming a bank manager. And we love all bank managers. But I remember walking to school and seeing this tall, well-dressed young woman pass by every morning on her way to work at the bank. She looked successful, she looked confident, and very important. And because of that, that's what I saw every day. I thought to myself, that is what I want to be. Sometimes our dreams begin simply because of what is visible to us. But sometimes what is visible to us is only a small part of what is actually possible. And because of that, I want to share a little about my own journey. Because my path was not built on having all the answers. It was built on figuring things out as I went along and taking hold of opportunities that came my way. When it came to life after high school, I had absolutely no master plan. One thing I did know was that I would be attending Ecumenical Junior College, our neighbor next door. It is an excellent institution. I like the programs offered, but also my dad was a dean, so let's just say that decision was made for me. But beyond that, I still didn't know what I wanted to study or what I wanted to do. So I asked myself, so I used a process of elimination. I asked myself, what don't I want to do? I was good at accounting in high school, but balancing books stressed me out. I remember one exam where my debits and credits simply refused to cooperate. And if you know how exams go, when you're struggling in an exam and you see people leaving, they finish already, and you still can't figure this out, I said, no, accounting is not for me. But what I did enjoy, however, was math. So I thought, okay, math could work. But what pairs well with math? Business management sounded practical. So I pursued an associate's degree in math and business management right here at EJC. Then graduation came around again, and with another big question, what to do next? By then I had realized something important. Liking math and liking pure math are not always the same thing. Studying pure math was not my ministry. The theories, the proofs, the algebra of it all get me out of here immediately. I realized I enjoyed applying numbers more than proving them. Business management was good, but I didn't want to pursue that any further. But statistics felt different. It felt practical, relatable, it answered questions about real people, real businesses, real economies. So once again, I asked myself what goes good with statistics, and after some research, I landed on economics. And just like that, I knew what I wanted to pursue, a double major in statistics and economics. Then another challenge appeared. Where would I study? At the time, there was no program locally available that fit exactly what I wanted. So instead of settling, I started to look abroad. And this is where I have to give credit to my big sister. At a time when not many students from Danriga were traveling abroad for studies, she quietly applied for a scholarship and got it. I don't even think my parents knew she had applied for that scholarship. She went to Barbados to pursue her bachelor's degree, and watching her change what I thought was possible. Because if she could do it, then maybe I could do it. Looking back now, I realize how impactful seeing someone from your community, from your background, and from my own household do something that I thought was not possible. And it speaks to how important representation is. Sometimes we do not become something because we dreamed it first. We become it because we finally see that it is possible. So I applied for scholarships and funding opportunities. I researched universities online and found exactly what I wanted. A double major in economics and statistics at UMONA, Jamaica. Talk about a win. That was the biggest win in my book because that decision changed my life. Those 3 years in Jamaica were some of my best years. And yes, I partied because me and dancehall have an unbreakable bond. But I studied harder. As much as I know Alish and Sia lyrics, trust me, I know my schoolwork better. If you want to know what college is like, college teaches academics, yes, but more importantly, it teaches life. Suddenly, nobody tells you when to study, when to go to class, when to eat, how to spend your money, how to manage your time. Adulting begins quickly. And while some of you will be heading off to college, I know not everyone here plans to take that route. And that's okay too. Some of you will enter the workforce, start businesses, learn trades, or begin building careers immediately. No matter which path you take, life after graduation comes with responsibility. Showing up on time matters. Being dependable matters. Learning how to communicate with people matters. Managing money matters. And perhaps most importantly, your attitude and work ethic will sometimes take you further than talent alone. One lesson I learned early is that growth does not only happen in classrooms, it happens through experiences and opportunities. One random summer when I was home from school, I went to the store with my mom and we ran into an older cousin of mine. My mom started telling her my business like parents usually do, including what I was studying. And as soon as she heard statistics, she said, "You should apply to intern at the Statistical Institute of Belize." Now, mind you, I had no clue what the SIB was. I didn't know what they did. But what I did know was that it was in Belmopan. It was away from home, and to be honest, I was scared. It would have been my first real job. My first time navigating a professional environment. I would have to commute, and honestly, I did not feel fully ready. But I listened to my family and applied, and I am so glad that I did. Every summer while studying, I came home and I interned at the SIB. I collected data, I learned about statistics, gained experience, and slowly started building a career path even before I realized. When I graduated, I immediately sent them a letter to let them know that I was done with school. I told them I was the best fit. I've been here all summer, I know what you're doing, and I have my degrees. I'm perfect for you. So they interviewed me and I was hired. And today, more than 10 years later, I serve as manager of my economic statistics department at the SIB. And not because I had everything figured out, but because I kept going. While I did not always know exactly where I was headed, I kept preparing myself anyway through education, internships, hard work, and being open to new experiences. Because opportunities will come, but when they do, you have to be ready for them. And the truth is, your generation is entering adulthood during a very unusual time. Over the last few years alone, we have lived through a global pandemic, record high inflation, rising costs of living, climate disasters, rapid technological change, and economic uncertainty that sometimes feels never-ending. And for a small country like Belize, we feel these external shocks deeply. When prices rise globally, we feel it. When storms become stronger, we feel it. When global economies slow down, we feel it. Uncertainty is no longer the exception, it is becoming a part of the world that you are inheriting. Now, I know that probably does not sound very uplifting at a graduation ceremony, but here is the good news. Your generation is also one of the most adaptable, connected, creative, and resourceful generations that we have seen. So do not focus only on preparing for the world as it is today, but prepare for change. Build skills that travel with you, learn how to adapt, because the people who succeed in uncertain times are not always the ones with the perfect plan. They are often the ones willing to adjust when the plan changes. And if there is one thing life has taught me is this: you cannot control every circumstance, but you can control how prepared you are when circumstances change. Graduates, some of you know exactly what you want to do. Some of you have absolutely no clue, and both are okay. Your starting point is not your ending point, and your dreams are allowed to be bigger than what you currently see around you. As I stand here today as a proud daughter of Nandriga, a graduate of this institution, and someone who once sat exactly where you are, I want you to know this. Your journey does not have to make sense to everyone else. It only has to make sense to you. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go out there and win when you can, learn when you lose, and whatever happens, never give up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sabal, for your words of encouragement, wisdom, and experience. You have definitely given our students much to reflect on as they celebrate this important milestone and prepare for opportunities and challenges that lies ahead. At this time, kindly join me in welcoming our school's principal, Mr. Ray Lawrence, for the presentation of the graduates. Let's put our hands together.
Chairperson, after examining the academic records of the following students, I am satisfied that they have adequately met all the requirements for the diploma, and I present them to you for the conferral.
Please welcome the chairperson of the Board of Governors of the Stanford Ecumenical College, Mr. Clive Lino, for the conferral of the diplomas.
Good evening, everyone. I have examined the academic records of these 255 senior students, 236 day and 19 evening. And I am satisfied that they have fulfilled all the requirements for conferral of the high school diploma. I therefore confirm that they are eligible to receive the high school diploma and all the rights and privileges thereon appertaining this 6th day of June 2026.
Graduates, kindly exit so that you can come to get your diplomas.